Bringing back the Piff chat. Been a while since we've done one. This is quite a heavy hitting video, and this weed is also quite heavy hitting. I'll show it you in a little bit and we'll talk a bit about that, but I just need to tell you, I'll say it like this: I dropped a bollock. I missed out on an amazing chance to interview someone, not necessarily someone who should have been interviewed, but either way, I'm not here to give opinions on the people that I film or talk to. I'm just here to get their story across. So a friend of mine, Jack Taylor, has just been sentenced for manslaughter, or he's just committed a manslaughter. I think he's awaiting sentence. There might even be a chance that they're doing for a murder. I don't know the ins and outs of it. All I know is that he was on a phone call with someone while it happened, and what they said was he was sat with his girlfriend in a car. A guy had become angry with his girlfriend and come banging on the window. Jack's got out and hit him. Apparently the bloke's come back for more. Jack's hit him again. He's come back for more a third time, and Jack has hit him again. And the man has gone down badly, knocked himself out. And that's all it was. So they've arrested Jack on GBH charges, and they've come into him while he's in the cell. Obviously this is what they do. They say we're going to have to upgrade the charges to either murder, manslaughter, whatever it is. But he's killed a man. So a lad who I grew up with since I was in year 2, I've known Jack. Maybe I was in reception with him. Obviously he was in my year. I wouldn't call him a friend of late, but he was very much a nice kid and someone who, you know, I was friendly with. I had his phone number. You know, we did talk 6 months ago, I think, when he got released from prison again, because he'd been in and out on a cycle of doing silly little offences for about 8-10 years now. I think in the last 10 years he's spent nearly 7 years in prison. He rang me not too long back, and I didn't want to talk. The machine was on. He was upset about something. I couldn't help him. I had no money to give him or nothing, whatever. He's in a bit of a pickle. I think he'd robbed some guys or something, I don't know. But he was crying, he was thingy. I just couldn't be dealing with it. I said, look, the machine's on, mate, I'll call you back in an hour. Rang him back in an hour, and after that he went mardy at me for not fucking wanting to talk, basically, when he was fucking pouring his heart out, and I just didn't have time for it. As much as he is an idiot and he's killed a 59-year-old man, I can't respect that. When he's not had a drink, he's sound as fuck. He's just chilled. Filling full of beer, he ends up turning into an idiot. Going on 2-day sessions, drinking like fuck, and just carrying on all kinds of silly ways. The few people I've told about this, because for some reason I found out about this before everyone else has in town. I still keep my ears to the streets kind of deal. But yeah, I'm telling people, have you heard about Jack? And exactly what they were saying is, I'm not shocked that this has happened. It was either going to happen one or two ways with this kid. It was either going to be him that got attacked and badly hurt, or something like this was going to happen like it did. Yeah, okay, I don't want to say too much, because I don't want him coming out in 10 years time, whatever, 5, 6, 7 years time, and wanting to manslaughter me for me fucking lippy mouth. But no, to be honest, I was a bit weary about the next time I was going to see him, because I knew that he'd gone mardy with me and he'd removed me off a couple of socials and stuff. So seeing him, I wasn't quite sure how he was going to be, whether he was going to be a bit hostile. And I'll say this, he's a big old lad, especially since he'd been to prison for the last time and come out. I think he's sat around 15, 16 stone. Big old lad, big old handful, you know. And yeah, it's just a string of silly offences his entire life. He's been done for 5 years one time for shaking someone's tent on a night time on a canal. The young lads got out and punched him straight in the mouth. You know, why are you shaking my tent, you dickhead? Jack's then hit him back and robbed his phone, so it's like an aggravated robbery that he's already been sentenced for. And this and that, and you know, I don't glorify that sort of stuff. I told him, like, do you know how many drugs you could have sold for that 5 years sentence that you got give, but yet you done fuck all and you shook someone's tent and you've ended up ruining your life. And he was doing well. I think he'd been out now for maybe 6-7 months. I think he had a kid from the previous time he was in, so he does have a little kid. Settled down, had a missus, it wasn't working again, so I kind of knew that something was gonna pop up again, where like he needs money, does something stupid, whatever. It's only just recently that I've wanted to start telling people stories and doing interviews with people. And Jack wanted to film when he got out the last time, and I just said to him, look mate, there's two of us, we're both a bit scruffy, I can't help you with nothing, it's just going to be two nitties walking around and I don't really fucking want it. Fucking, it was a smart, well presented lad growing up till about 17, 18, 19, whatever. He was well looked after, he comes from a family with reasonable wealth, you know, he does alright. Like, I think he was getting quite a lot of handouts off his mum, and that's kind of how he was living. And this is why I didn't really want to talk to him the last time he phoned, because I was thinking I was trying to get a fucking tenner out of me or something. I didn't have a tenner to give. But yeah, just a sad little tale of how these things can go. Going around trying to be tough and hard, all this and that, it's not going to end well for you these days. You're just going to get yourself wrapped up in a whole crock of shit, or end up worse, being stabbed or badly beating yourself. It's best just to fucking stay placid, man. Geezer had been sat there on his bike for ages, just wondering what he was fucking doing. But yeah, not a lot to say about it, but just the people I've told, they all said the same thing. It was like, well, as much as I am shocked and saddened by it, I'm feeling sad for Jack, even though he's gone and fucking took someone's life. He is genuinely not a bad kid, he really ain't. He's actually nice and likeable, but he's also a fucking oaf. Even when he was drunk, he was still quite likeable until them few times where he'd had enough and whatever. And Jack actually did, as a kid, I have to say this, again, I don't want to prompt him to come and manslaughter me when he gets out, because apparently them hands that he's got are fucking killers, literally. But I've had a couple of fights with Jack through the years. Once when we was really little, it was over a fruitella, I won that one. There was a situation where I stuck up for a lad in football, so the little lad, and he was not very big, and Jack was throwing him around as being a knobhead, and I just said, oh, how come you got to like, pick on the little kid, mate? And he instantly just boom, headbutted me. So the teachers got in the way, Mr. Webb, Mr. Butler, and he instantly, you seen like he had a look of fear on his face, like, oh shit. But I done him in after school, he didn't fight me back, he just curled up in a ball, and they ended up giving him some shoey action and a few punches to the back of the head, and they ended up really hurting my hands. My brothers, obviously mates were all there, they loved it, you know, I was a little hero walking away, but no, I did nothing to him, I just hurt my fucking hands. And then he reported me to the police and I got grounded. Couldn't go to the ball game. No, I don't think I could have Modern Warfare 2 for a couple of months or something, because that was the thing, like. But anyway, I'm going to have a little pause break and we'll jump right back, but I'll tell you about the weed when we get back, and fucking we'll chop it up from there. But so boys, just sat at the base of Pelham Bridge, just going to sum this one up quickly. I've drunk 2 Freedom beers, one for Rick and one for Jack, but this is the common theme. This right here is people not being able to just have one or two and taking it to an extreme. And forget the fact that Jack's had a checkered violent past and done all kinds of craziness. He was deep down at heart a nice kid. He's not a murderer. He's killed an old man. You can't respect it. I'm not sat here saying, oh, free Jack, he'll be getting no commissary off me, he's going to have to ride this one out, you know. I mean, shit, I'll probably have a chat with him if he's willing to talk. I do fucking resent the fact that I wasn't able to get that interview with him that he wanted when he come out of prison. But I told him, like I said, the two of us are just like two nitties together, mate. I says, I can't fucking do it, I ain't got nothing to help you with at the minute, Jack. I can't do nothing for you. This is before I got into my interviewing phase, but I just still, to this day, there wasn't anything significant that I could really have told you about Jack. He was just a local oaf who, you know, is a lovable oaf. He likes to fucking drink, likes to have a laugh, and, you know, quite often stuff would go a bit too far. But he'd want to be constantly doing something, partying, and then when everyone else had gone in, he'd go and find something else to do. He just wanted it that much, and that would lead him to go all kinds of crazy, weird and wonderful places. And I'm not making this as a slandering him thing either, you know. I've said some quite choice words really, but it's the truth. Again, we do like to stick to the truth around here. Jack had always been fucking bit of an anthem, but a lovely lad at the same time. I'll tell you about one story I do have with Jack. He was a childhood best friend. He's not just some kid that was in my year. I know his nan, I knew his granddad, I knew his dogs. He used to have a Great Dane. He was with me a day when I split my chin open. I've spoke about splitting my chin open before. I was going down a hill, my handlebars come off my Argos BMX. My fucking handlebars come off my Argos BMX, didn't it? Obviously, old man ain't too much of a mechanic. Didn't know to do the safety check before he sent his fucking boy off on a little expedition, a little stand by me, but only me and Jack Taylor, just going down the hill past the QE. Quite a steep little hill, gradual. You know, feeling quite good, maybe 8, 9, 10 years old. Handlebars are in my hands. I'm holding them up here. Like, the foot they should be down there, but they're up here. And then next thing, I just seen the hub just turn towards me, and I was like, oh shit! It's like a slow-mo thing. Superman dived, boom, chin butted the speed bump. So if I'd have done it a metre in front, I'd have landed sweet. But fucking because the speed bump was there, boom, chinned me real good. Fucking split me open, and I'm just chilling there, like holding my shit together. And Jack's phoning the ambulance. I remember the young Jack on the phone, just like, someone send an ambulance, just get it now. He's like swearing at the woman on the phone. But yeah, just like a nice memory, to be fair, good wholesome. Like, and his cousin Tyler Beeson had popped round after, and I hadn't changed my shirt because I wanted to show off the fucking war wounds and that. And he slandered me. It's like, ain't you fucking changed the shirt? I can remember it now. It's like a brown suede Puma thingy, and the sleeves were like a lighter suede brown colour. Fucking fire t-shirt. If I ever see that on the shelves, I'll have to cop. But yeah, I'm just sat down at the side of Pelham, had 2 Freedom beers, about to have my second Freedom spliff. Being out here is where it's all at, people. Don't throw it away for fucking silliness. You know, drinking seems to be the common denominator with a lot of people's fuck-ups, whether it's being in bad incidents, fucking car crashes, hurting yourself. It's all the drink. When they say, there's a saying, when drink comes in, sense goes out. Same with people like having a drinking ride in a fucking motorbike when they go to Thailand or Vietnam. It's a geezer that's busted his arm. I'm half guessing he was pissed when he was on his bike, you know. But who knows? We'll speculate. But yeah, you just gotta keep sensible. Stay off the fucking drink if you can't fucking handle it. If you're not in a good fucking happy mind state and that, or you just want to chill and have a laugh, don't go out drinking. You end up fucking hitting someone wrong nowadays. I was saying this to my good buddy recently. You know, we could have had a fallout, and we just sat down and discussed it and said, you know, I know how it can go. And this was 3 weeks ago. Now it can go, mate. Don't need to go like that, does it? Fucking missing sense, end up having a laugh, you know, move on from these things. Fucking, but that's the best way to do it. Like. So a little bit about the weed for you then, I'll tell you. 7 out of 10 on it, maybe a 7.25. Coming in a bit bitter, a bit too heavy for my liking. The Skittles is light, but the gelato is heavy. Bit of a sort of star doggy high, but no, it's decent. It's a nice smoke, doing the job. Bearing in mind, I'm coming at you with quite a low tolerance right now. I ain't been hitting it too heavy, so if this is something, you know, that you were craving something a little stronger, it'd be just the one. But 7.25 from me right at this moment. Smoking a little Freedom joint for the lads. Fuck me. Bad time for Rick Hammer. He really don't deserve to be back in there for that long. It's stupid. Jack, I mean, it kind of is expected. It was always going to end this way. But yeah, I feel sorry for the lad, even though he's done an awful fucking thing. Man. But no, yeah, unacceptable. You've got to take these tellings off. Like when I was in Birmingham, doing a painting the other day, painting away on this one clean wall. Jamaican fella pops out. Like, a couple of people come out, like, look, oh, sad. Go in, obviously telling me, he comes out. He was angry, but he weren't like shouting, he weren't being mad disrespectful or nothing. He just said, look, fuck off painting my wall. He says, you can see that it's clean and that. And I says, oh mate, I've got like a colour, I could just fucking block it out if you want. He says, no, just get your stuff, fuck off. Like, he says, look, next time one of you graff writers come down here and paint my wall, yeah, I'm gonna paint you. He says, I'll chuck some paint on you. So I was like, you know what, mate, respect it. He's got to have been 59 himself, a Jamaican old dude. I'm just like, yeah, dude, I'm painting your wall. He probably didn't even own it. He was just taking the moral high ground. But I'm painting his building at the end of the day. If you're going to get mad about it, I'm going to be understanding and apologetic. Get my shit and go. There's people that take it like on ego, like, nah, fuck off. And this old man pushed me or something, and then I crack him. Can't go down like that. Fucking, you've got to respect your elders, lads. If you're getting told off by an old boy, fucking listen. Even if he's 40, whatever. No, you're in your teens. Now, don't start fucking kicking off with old heads. Just listen to them, because they're normally right, and they're normally being fucking mad with you for a reason. And it don't need to go like that, does it? Just fucking... I had a situation on the train. I'll say one last thing, then I'm out of here. Playing my music loud, and I only flicked on 2 memes. It was a geezer who got kettle water on his face and a big blister on his nose, so I'm like watching, what the fuck? And he goes, excuse me, do you have to play that so loud? And I didn't hear him. I was like, what? He said, do you have to play that so loud, like? I'm like, oh mate. I just says, mate, shut up. And he goes, no, I'm not sure. I was about to just get the camera out on him, but then he just went quiet, and I thought, right, cool. He's eased off, he's got the vibe, you know, there's no point in arguing. After that, I didn't play no videos, not even quiet. I thought I won't disturb his peace. You know, I didn't test him anymore. He's obviously just having a bad day, but, you know, situations arise, silly little things, man. Luckily, not so much where we live, but, you know, silly little arguments lead to people getting fucked up and killed on the daily, man. It's just not worth it. Just be kind to each other, nice to each other. Have respect for other people, even if they're fucking not like you, whatever, not where you're from. Don't smell like you, look like you, fucking do what you do. Just try and show a bit of compassion. And that's what it's all about, people. I'm going to finish this little joint in peace. Free Rick Hammer, Jack, you need to stay in there for a bit, mate, for what you've done, and have a fucking think, mate. Hopefully when you come out and you see this, I've got a big nice house with a wall around it, and you can stay away from me, brother, but fuck it, it's a sad thing, mate, because you were such a lovely lad, you know, but you fucked up too much this time, mate.